Hi there, Libra. Thank you for joining me. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Yetta Pearl, and this is my channel. And if you have not yet hit the subscribe button, please do. I thank you so much for that. And this is your general reading for the week of September, oh dear, September 20th through 26th. Sorry, totally lost track of time there. And so, because this is a general reading, sorry, no, I'm all distracted and flustered and everything else. Because this is a general reading, some parts of this might not resonate completely with you. That's totally fine. It just means it's for somebody else. Because this is, a group reading, of course, right? And so all the guardian angels come as a group and they choose the messages that they want to tell all of you. And so that's what they send out. And so, they try as much as possible to make it so that it resonates with many or most of you. But of course, there might be somebody who there's only little bits and pieces for you. So anyway, let me have a look here and see what's going on. Okay, looks good. Looks really good. So start out here with purification. It feels like you've had to have a little bit of more processed food than you would normally like. And so just switch back now as you can to your usual good eating habits, the fresh vegetables and things like that, the home cooking, that kind of stuff. So do your best, understanding, of course, that sometimes schedules get in the way and that maybe you can't get back to home that quickly or whatever. But yeah, so, okay, this is also cleaning products and other chemicals and perfumes and things like that. It feels like those things are starting to affect you more than you've ever noticed before. So, it's, did you notice my voice just went all kind of funny? So it's almost like maybe you're feeling it in your voice, or maybe your sinuses, or, your eyes are running, or things like that is how it feels. And so try and purify your whole environment, like getting rid of chemical as much as possible, and perfumes. The essential oils and things like that are totally fine. Cleaning products, though, maybe you want to switch to vinegar, more natural things like that. It just feels like you're getting overloaded with all that. It feels like your cells are getting clogged up. Yeah. So drink a lot of water, because that will help. And flush through the toxins from the chemicals and eat the good food. Okay, thoughts too, they said. Your thoughts are turning more negative in some ways. Not in every way. You definitely have your great, awesome, amazing, positive, uplifting times. But the times that you catch yourself having negative thoughts, then really turn that around. Make it so that you very rarely have negative thoughts, because that's also a form of purification. Make it so that anytime you do think something negative and you catch yourself doing that, then sit there and just think, okay, this is what I was thinking. This is what I perceive right now as reality, or, something like that. And very deliberately move your thoughts, turn them around so that you're thinking of that whole situation in a different light, as now it's an opportunity instead of an obstacle, or, things like that. Make it so that you have changed your perspective instead of just stuffing down the negative and putting a positive on top of it. Doesn't work, right? So really face the negative, whatever you're thinking, but deliberately change it so that it's not negative anymore. Yeah, okay. Lots to do there, isn't there? Okay, so right now, obstacles are being lifted. That's a really positive thing. It's like Your path ahead is smooth sailing for the foreseeable future. And, it's not going to be totally, completely, absolutely 100% smooth. You might have little hiccups, you might have little wee tripping hazards, but nothing like what you've seen, at different times in your past. This is a really good time. This is a smooth time. It's leading into just this most amazing time of year. And yeah, it's just going to be nicer and easier than other times. Yeah. Let's see if there's something specific that it says. You will now experience progress and forward movement on your projects. So, yeah, that's exactly what it is. Stay centered in gratitude to ensure that your flow of abundance continues. That's what we're talking about with the negatives, changing it to positives and stuff. Yeah, and being so aware of what to be grateful, yes, but it just feels better when it's appreciation, right? Yeah, I'm really appreciating how great it feels outside with the fresh air first thing in the morning, right? Yeah, it feels really good. And so being aware of that, and that keeps those obstacles away from you, keeps the good stuff coming to you. Yes. And so earth magic. So here is this amazing time of year, and you're appreciating it, and you're seeing, the crisp leaves starting to be in the yards and stuff, the leaves starting to fall from the trees, and you're noticing that, and you're seeing all the magic of the world changing its clothes, like it's just so magical. If you just keep looking around, you see all this stuff that the earth is doing to change the season. Things are ripening, and the earth has been feeding all these, gardens and foods and trees and everything all summer. And now it's getting ready to transition, and you can see all the magic in that. And that magic is also available in you, because everything that's in the earth is in you. And so as the earth changes and gets to a new season, and the perspective is entirely different, and the look of everything is entirely different, know that you can do that for yourself as well if you want to. And in you, it's also magic, because it's your frame of mind that you can change, and it lightens you up. It is magic. Yes, totally. Okay, so now your angels are recommending that you have a bit of a quiet time. Everything feels, a little pretty busy, and lots of stuff on the go, and it's September, lots of things going back to school and back to classes and back to this and back to routine and all that kind of stuff. Take a bit of time and just rest and relax and understand, that things are changing in your world, and that it is a time of slowing down. And it is a time of appreciating the ability to go a little slower, get everything done one little step at a time instead of frantically, right? And so it is, let's see, it's rejuvenating, is what they're telling me. It's a time to recoup and regroup yourself, so that you have everything what it takes to continue. And even though there are so many less obstacles in your way, so the path is much easier and takes a lot less energy. But still, it's time for a rest, and it's time to appreciate the rest time. Yeah, some of you are going, no, I don't want the summer to be over. I like how summer is. Yeah, me too. I know. But this is a special time of year where, you just get to slow down a little, and you get to snuggle in, and you get comfort, and you get home, right? And it just feels good. And it's time for a little rest. And so, as soon as, okay, which direction do we want to do this? We want to go, okay, the food, clean energy food. So they touched on this at the beginning, with the purification. But now they're specifically saying it's food. So, clean energy food. So go to the farm markets and ask them if their produce is organic. Ask them how they grow it. Ask them... no, that'll be all the questions you'll need, is what they're saying. Okay? And get that good energy food. If it's even better if you grew it yourself, because then it contains your energy, and it will be a 100% resonance match for you. But, when you can get that great farm market food and it is organic, and then you bring that home and you cook it, or you steam it, or you don't, you eat it raw, or, you just wash it and take a big bite, or whatever it is, that is clean energy food. And so this applies to meat as well. Some of you are vegetarian or vegan, and that's perfect. I'm not at all suggesting that you change that. But for the people who do eat meat, this is also true. To get that from an ethical farm, right? Where those animals are not mistreated, where they're not, it's not mass produced, right? So that is the clean energy food, where everything has been treated well, right? And has grown in this beautiful environment, and fresh air, and with grass and water, right? That is what clean energy food is. And it does make a difference. I know that some people think, okay, well, a tomato's a tomato, and it's just not so. And that even science says, if you happen to be following science, in the 1940s they did tests on the food and what the nutrients are in it and all that kind of stuff, and what the levels of those are. And 50 years later, they did the same tests, and everything is dramatically reduced in those good nutrients. So these days, the food, the land itself has a lot of chemicals and stuff in it. So even when something is grown organically, there are still traces of the chemicals and things, because there's just no way these days to go without it, to be without it. So then as much as possible, we need to boost the nutrients that are in it by eating the clean energy food. And that is what feeds our bodies. That is what our bodies know how to absorb and to process and take nutrients from. Yes, it's actually, if you read up about the paleo diet, there's a certain amount of information about that. And so another way to do that is, even if you have to just get fast food, make some energy, put all beautiful, pure intention into this energy. Ask the angels for their assistance, for their beautiful, clean energy. And you just put that energy into that food. And do that until it feels really good. And then go ahead and eat that. It makes a difference, a huge difference. I can feel some skeptics out there, but honestly, that's how it works. Okay. Okay. And here, by the end of this week, we can see you coming up for air. And, earlier they were talking about how everything's been kind of, busy, and now it's time for some quiet retreat time. Then after that, you can come up for air. and it's like you're breathing anew. It's like having quilts and stuff over top of you, and now you're coming up and you can take those off and you can breathe again. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful. Take the breath and love it and appreciate it. Yes. Great message. Okay, so let's find one last bit of wisdom here from the daily guidance cards. And we'll see what's that last bit. Hang on 1 minute as they find the right card. And that's how this goes. Nope, that's not it. Sometimes it looks like it, and then it doesn't want to come out. So then we just keep shuffling. There it is. Okay, yeah, same thing, fresh air. Fresh air. Get outside, get some real fresh air, get some fresh food, cleanse with deep breath and enjoy yourself and have fun this week. Okay, awesome message. Okay, so Libra, can you help me? If we create some more of that energy and we just beam that over the whole world so that it spreads out from you and spreads out from me and spreads out from each of us, and eventually we all meet. All that beautiful energy that we're sending goes all around the whole world, and we meet up so that we're covering everything. Fabulous. I want you to know how much I appreciate you and how much I love you, and that I will see you next week.